Hello, everybody. Welcome to Rising Hawk Tarot. This video is for mid-July to the end of July, and it is for the red hawks in the Sun Bear Zodiac. So red hawk is from March 21st to April 19th. We are going to be doing the medicine wheel spread, which looks at the alchemy of the medicine wheel. And we are using the Wild Unknown Animal Spirit deck for this reading. I will be clarifying with the 1909 Tarot. And then at the end of the reading, I will pull 3 main themes from the Sacred Forest Oracle deck. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, red hawks. So for you hawks, we start in the center of, well, we always start in the center of the medicine wheel. And in the center of the medicine wheel, this is where our center power animal sits. Now, these are animal spirit cards, but that does not mean that they are your spirit animals. It's just the energy that you are sitting in. So again, the center is your center power animal. It is also in the earth count where the humans, pure intellect and measure, the collective consciousness of all humans, and death and rebirth sit. For the great teachers, it is feelings, confrontation, defeat, and patience. So for you hawks, we start with this gazelle energy. So the gazelle energy is heightened awareness, almost to the point of being hyper vigilant. So it almost feels like you guys, some of you may be a little bit on edge at the moment. It's almost like you are ready to flee at any second. So this is asking you to get back to the present. Now we are going to clarify and see what comes up with that gazelle. So with the gazelle, we have the 9 of Cups. So the 9 of Cups is sitting in the energy of what you want. It says that life is a banquet. So I almost feel like the message here has to do with feelings is what's coming through right now. I almost feel like some of you may be maybe like, what's the correct word here? Super sensitive maybe to your emotions at the moment, or you may be hyper aware of your emotions at the moment. And again, this 9 of Cups says to sit in the energy of what you want. It's a card of, you know, so what do I mean when I say sitting in the energy of what you want? It means that, if say, just for example, you are looking for love, um, if you want love in your life, you can't be afraid to have love in your life. And I think that's what, um, these cards are saying together, um, is that, don't fear the things that you want. Go out and sit in the energy of those things. So again, if, love is just an example, but if you're looking for love, don't be afraid to go out and meet people. You're not going to find love at home sitting on your couch by yourself. You have to be around people in order to meet people and find love. So that's what I mean when I say sitting in the energy of what you want. I hope that is helpful, and um, I hope that makes sense. Okay, next we will move to the east of the wheel. So in the east of the wheel, this is where our warrior animal sits. Our warrior animal is what gives us strength. It is also where the sun sits as well as the stars. And with the great teachers, it is where rage and raw power sit. So we start with Cobra energy. So the Cobra energy says, pause is what's coming in here. Pause and wait. So that's the initial message coming through. Pause and wait before you strike. Oh, wrong deck. So let's clarify this cobra. So with the cobra, we have the star. Hmm. So the star says the star card is a card of hope and blessings, and it's also a card of following your North Star. It's asking you to come back to your um, authentic self. And I feel so what I'm getting with this is that so like I said, the cobra is patient. The cobra waits until the perfect moment to strike. And it's almost like it's saying that you have been waiting, and now is the time. Now is the time to strike, and whatever that means um, to you. Follow your personal vision. Follow your personal vision, and your warrior animal will give you strength to do that. Um, yeah, now is the time. Okay, so next we go to the west of the wheel. So in the west of the wheel, this is where our healer animal sits. It is also in the earth count, it is the earth or Mother Earth, and it is also the planets. For the great teachers, it is care and spirit. So we start with this panther energy. So the panther says that it's time to get rid of the unnecessary. And not just get rid of it, like totally be done with it. Um, the word that always comes through with the panther for me, it's quite a strong word, but it is annihilation of what is not necessary. So let's just clarify the panther. With the panther, yes, we have the Seven of Cups. So I feel like some of you may be overthinking some things. And it's those things that you're overthinking that you need to get rid of. Um, hmm. So and mm, yeah, get rid of overthinking. It is not necessary. Um, and it's also saying that, there could be some I feel like there could be some illusions surrounding you, something that doesn't seem um, isn't quite what it seems. And again, I also think that this something that is not quite what it seems is again something that may need to be um, let go of. Um, I would recommend for you Hawks, especially over the next couple weeks, really take care of your energy and your space. I will say sage everything, sage yourself, sage your home, just sage everything, and get rid of any unnecessary energy that is hanging around you. Okay, next we move to the bottom of the wheel. We go to the south. This is where our emotions sit. It is also where our birth animal sits. Um, It is the plants and the spirit of all plants. It is also pain and death of the great teachers. Now, again, like death does not necessarily mean dying. It just means that something is over. It's the end of something. So we start with the crow energy. So this is saying right now that it's wanting you to be um, very creative. And make sure that your mind is clear. I would also suggest probably some daily meditation if you're not already doing stuff. Just make sure your mind is clear right now. I know this is coming up in the not in the area of the mind, but the area uh, of our emotions. However, our thoughts and our emotions are tied together. So just make sure. Like I said, possibly spend some time in meditation. Um, hmm, well, let's clarify before we go any further. With the crow, we have the Queen of Pentacles. So the Queen of Pentacles says that everything is growing in its perfect time. So I would say that, you know, first of all, I would say that for all you hawks out there, you are stronger than you think. And you have more resources than you are even aware of. The Queen of Pentacles is a card of resourcefulness. And it's also, like I said, a card of everything is happening in its proper time. So, yeah, I would say right now, just make sure that you are grounded, um, and that you are using your resources wisely, and that you are using them to increase your spiritual strength is what's actually coming to me. Hmm. And I'm also seeing that over the next couple weeks, you could actually find your intuition and you might even call it, psychic abilities if you have any. You might find your intuition and such very strong over the next couple weeks, and I would listen to and trust those things. Okay, next we move to the top of the wheel. So at the top of the wheel, this is the area of our mind. It's where our recapitulation animal sits. It is also the animals and the spirit of all animals. And in the great teacher, it is the physical and fear. So we start with hummingbird energy. Um, so even though our emotions may be a little, um, hmm, again, these crow and the Queen of Pentacles with this hummingbird spirit, I think these are very much connected. Like I said, our our thoughts and our emotions are connected to one another. This is actually something I teach as a CBT coach. That our thoughts totally affect our emotions. So the hummingbird is actually a very positive and spiritually resourceful card. So that is what it's asking of you right now in the area of your mind is to keep your thoughts positive. If you keep your thoughts positive, your emotions will reflect that as well. Let's just clarify this hummingbird. So with the hummingbird, we have the Nine of Wands. So this is a card of determination. So think positive and keep that determination going. Hmm. Um, and again, really make sure that you have some strong boundaries in place, I would say, um, but that positive boundaries. And just remember that, every drop of life is sweet. So take time to savor um, every bit of life, is what I would say. Okay. Next, we move down to the southeast. So the southeast, this is where our shadow animal sits. It is also spirits and the great teachers. Um, and uh, the great teachers that sit there are sex and loneliness. So we start with fire ant energy. So the first thing I will say is that you could be feeling a little antsy at the moment. Um, and I would be careful about rigid thinking. Allow your thoughts to be flexible, like that hummingbird. Let your thoughts be flexible. Um, the hummingbird is one of the only birds that can fly backwards. Um, so and that shows its flexibility. So I would say, and you may feel like And again, this is showing up in the southeast. So this is the our shadow animal area. And so our when we talk about like shadow or shadow work, these are the areas, the things that about ourselves that we're not particularly proud of or we don't particularly like. Um, so I feel like, you could be a little bit aggressive and rigid in your thinking at the moment. And I would say that it's time to break free from the drama. If you feel like somebody has burned you, um, it's time to free yourself from that. But let's just clarify with yes. So we have the Five of Wands there. So the Five of Wands is a card of conflict and competition. Um, so I feel that, and I think maybe where this fire ant energy is coming from is that you could be caught in the what I call the comparison cage. So when we compare ourselves to everybody else, then it's almost like we're in conflict, not only with them, but within ourselves when we compare ourselves to other people. Um, hmm. So I would definitely say that you don't have to prove yourself. Um, you are awesome just the way you are, and just remember that, like everybody is good at something, but nobody is good at everything. So, you don't have to, like I said, be good at everything that you do. Hmm. And, sometimes the best thing to do in a conflict is to walk away. Okay, so next we go to the southwest. So in the southwest of the wheel, this is where our dreamer animals sit. It is the sacred dreams of life. It is also the kachinas and honesty and need. So we start with here, oyster energy. So the oyster energy says that you have some hidden inner treasure. So there's something inside of you that you have been keeping um, hidden from others. This is something that brings you a lot of joy. Um, and like I almost feel like, I mean, we're going to clarify, but I almost feel like, um, it's something that brings you joy, but I almost feel like you're afraid to share it with other people for fear of maybe looking the fool or feeling silly or something along those lines. But it's a beautiful treasure that you have um, inside you. So with the oyster, we have the King of Pentacles. So again, I would say that you definitely have something inside of you right now that needs to be nurtured. Um, and it needs to be allowed out. So what have you been hesitant to share? Because the world is waiting for you to share it. It's waiting to see what it is. And honestly, with it being sitting in the sacred dreams of life, I think this is something that you have been dreaming about maybe for quite a while, um, but you've been unsure about showing it to other people. So I would say that this is saying right now that it is. Um, it is a good time to share whatever it is. Like I said, the world wants to see what it is, and I feel like this treasure, it's not only going to bring you joy, it's going to bring joy to other people as well. And I think that's absolutely beautiful. Okay, next we go to the northwest of the wheel. So this is where our death animal sits. It is also the cycles of natural law and the Shinamiya. For the great teachers, this is where testing and seeking sit. Um, so we start with wolf energy. So this wolf, the wolf is the guardian of the family or the tribe. Hmm. Um, and it's asking you to be fearless. Now let's clarify and see what else is going on with that wolf spirit. Okay. So with the wolf, we have the death card. So what are the odds that the card shows up in the area of our death animal? Now again, death doesn't actually have to mean dying. It just means that it's um, the end of something. So Hmm. So I feel like there's some sort of spiritual teaching that's going to be coming in for you. It's going to be related to family in some way, family or you know or tribe. So like I said, when I say family, it doesn't necessarily have to be your blood family. This could be your chosen family, um, but there's something that is at an end, right? But endings also mean rebirth, right? So there's something that's coming to an end and it's asking you to be fearless up to approaching this energy, and it's also saying to practice letting go of things. So this could be, for an example, it could be a child moving away from home or something along those lines. So it's an ending, but also a new beginning. And again, sometimes endings can be sad, but that they can also be really beautiful. um, Yeah, so that's what's coming through there. All right. Next we move to the northeast. So in the northeast, this is where our past life animal sits, or ancestor animal. Um, it is also moon movement and energy and pure science. And for the great teachers, it is victory and love. So we start with the nightingale energy. So the nightingale is about having a fearless voice. Nightingales have a beautiful song. So again, it's like I'm getting the message, and I kind of think it actually sort of relates some way to the oyster card that we had, with where you have that inner treasure that needs to be let out to the world. And this nightingale, like I said, is asking you to use your voice, and to be fearless in doing so. Hmm. And it's also saying to open the bridge between your heart and your voice. So really say what's on your heart in the next couple weeks. Let's just clarify here. Okay, so with the Nightingale, we have the Six of Pentacles. So the Six of Pentacles, this is a card of what goes around comes around. And it is also a card of weighing where you put your energy. Um, so I feel like, when and if you find your voice, right? Like I said, there's something that I think that you need to say. Um, and once you say it, you will be so, first of all, you'll be so grateful to that it's now out, that it's now open and it's out there. Um, and again, with gratitude comes many blessings. So once you use your voice and um, fearlessly speak your truth, you will feel that gratitude, and then um, you will see the blessings um, coming in for you and for those around you. Okay. So now we will pull three main themes for the Hawks for the next 2 weeks. Hmm. Okay. So our three main themes from now until the end of July hmm, is leadership, energy, and acceptance. So I do feel like you may, this couple weeks, find acceptance in a leadership role. Again, the wolf spirit, the wolf energy is also a card of leadership. Um, so I feel like you might, a lot of hawks may be taking the lead in something with that leadership spirit, and the acceptance. Like you are going to accept the that leadership role. Um, and then I would add that the last theme is energy. So I feel like you are going to have a lot of energy, a lot of I would say like creative force or movement. I would just caution to just be careful with that Six of Pentacles where your energy is going. Again, law of attraction it says, energy goes where attention, yeah, energy goes where, oh, where our attention goes, energy flows. That's what I was looking to say. um, so just be aware of where your energy is going and that um, you know, that you are using your energy wisely, is what I would say. Okay, well, thank you for watching this video. Please like and subscribe and share to any fellow Hawks that you may know out there. And whatever you are doing, I hope you have a wonderful day. I love and appreciate each and every one of you, and I will see you later. Bye for now.